key. And down. Well, your day off tomorrow, Steen. I know you're going down into the hub of Sydney. Do take the ferry. You can get a ferry all the way here from Olympic Park, because it is a wonderful experience going on those ferries. All the sights, all the atmosphere. So with the women's singles final coming up in just a moment, a chance for us to look at the Destination Dubai rankings, the Super Series rankings. Carolina Marin, of course, will remain #1, whether she wins or loses today's final. But Wang Shouxian, who at the moment you can see at #5, if she wins or loses, will go up to #3, which means that Ratchanok Intanon, the former world champion, is going to be knocked down a couple of places. So they're the world champion. Beaten finalist a year ago, Carolina Marin of Spain. Nice that the players are coming onto courts with the youngsters carrying their kit bags, racket bags. It's always a nice touch. Carolina Marin, the world champion, but only the #3 seed here in Sydney this year, up against the #5 seed, Wang Shouxian. That said, Carolina Marin last year, when she reached the final, wasn't seeded at all. Lost out last year's final to Saina Nehwal, the current world #1. Susan Taylor from Australia, our umpire. And Jeetan Bhatt, also from Australia, service judge. So the world champion.
Wang Shouxian.
And the former world #1. 2010 Asian Games gold medalist.
Carolina, green, red. Red. This one? Service, which court? This court?
Players will swap ends before the start of the match. Well, what a year Carolina Marin has had since reaching the final of the Australian Open last year. In fact, the Australian Open, I think I made comment about with her reaching her first ever Super Series tournament final. This was a big step forward. Little did I know she'd go on to take the World Championship gold medal, and earlier this year be in 4 previous finals. She is the current world #3. 5 previous tournaments, 4 finals, winning 2 of them, the All England and the Malaysia, both premier Super Series events. So what a year she's had. Struggled in the first 2 rounds here against Jindapon of Thailand and then against Yao Shui of China, a qualifier. And then in the quarterfinal against the #8 seed, the former world champion and Olympic silver medalist, Wang Shouxian, was 4-13 down in that second game before winning 11 of the next 13 points to level it at 15 all. And from then on, well, there only looked to be one winner. Sung Ji-Hyun was her opponent in the semi-final stage. So to the 25-year-old Wang Shouxian from Suzhou on the southeast coast of China near Shanghai. Her win-loss record for the year translates into 2 previous semi-finals, a quarter-final and the last 16. So this tournament here in Australia is her first final of the year and the first time she's actually lived up to, and obviously as the #5 seed has surpassed her seeded expectations. Well, a very tough battle in the second round against Busanan Ongbanrangpan of Thailand, as indeed she'd had a 3-game match in the first round. It defeated the defending champion Saina Nehwal, the #2 seed, in the quarter-final, and in the semi-final yesterday beat a Korean player, Bae Young-ju, left-hander, So this is the fourth meeting between the two players, and Carolina Marin not ahead on the head-to-heads, but she won the last meeting, which was in the semi-final stage of this year's Malaysian Open. It doesn't actually say this year, but I can tell you it was the first... sorry, it was the second of the Premier Super Series events this year, the Malaysian. To our court officials. Now, we were noticing the heavy strapping on that right ankle when Wang Shoshian was playing her quarterfinal against last year's winner, Saina Nehwal. Been present for all of her matches.
On my right, Carolina Marin, Spain. And on my left, Wang Shixian, China. Wang Shixian to serve, love all, play.
So the women's singles final. Wang Shixian, the number 5 seed, against Carolina Marin, the world champion and number 3 seed here. Well, I think we can get used to some of these yells. I think we can expect that most of the time. That's what she's renowned for, is the verbal celebrations after winning a rally.
And I think we can get a match in verbal celebrations, because Wang Shixian is not entirely silent herself.
No. So this is a badminton version of Sharapova against Azarenka, I guess.
Yeah.
Love.
That's a great angle. Yeah,
great. Long.
Love.
Shot to the baseline. That one.
Yeah, I thought that was possibly going out. Well, Wang Shoshian playing back to the centre of the court, the clear. Supposed to cut down the possibility of angles, playing to the centre, but still Carolina Marin able to produce that winner, which is very impressive.
For love.
Yeah, I talked to Fernando Rivas, the Spanish coach, yesterday, and he weren't too optimistic about this game, because Marina was feeling quite tired, and she doesn't particularly like to play Wang Shixian.
Service over. 1-4.
But so far, a good start.
Why do you think she doesn't like playing against her opponent of today, then?
I think it's got something to do with her retrieval ability. Wang Shixian, very, very quick on her feet.
Yeah.
So, even though Marin has got a lot of attacking shots, attacking weapons, Shixian gets a lot of them back. And that can be intimidating, especially if you're a little bit tired or nursing a small injury.
Push wide. Yeah, well, you can see a fair amount of strapping down the left leg
2-5.
of Carolina Marin. So obviously both players nursing a small injury.
She's been practicing in Jakarta since the Sudirman Cup. A lot of the European players stayed in Asia instead of making the trip home.
Oh, that's a good net shot. It's a good rally.
Well, she's happy to win it, but
6-2.
still I think Wang Xishan should be satisfied as well, because she definitely has to think that she can sort of outlast Carolina Marin or get her to make mistakes, because I think Xishan will have difficulties getting into some sort of control of this match, making winners herself.
It's wide.
7-2.
Yeah, well, I remember earlier this year in the Malaysian Super Series, Wang Shashian in a quarterfinal beat Okuhara, Japanese player, 22-20 in the deciding game. It was an hour and 51 minutes. So when you talk about Wang Shashian's stamina, we know that she can last.
Yeah.
What I'm not convinced about, though, in my own mind, Steen, is whether she can last the pace of these rallies.
No, exactly. That's it.
Because Carolina Marin does play fast shots, punch clears,
Yeah.
sharp angles, always playing at pace.
It's also that if you're always sort of trailing, then it's much harder than if you're controlling the game, because you can eventually rule out a lot of corners, a lot of possibilities for the opponent.
Yeah, look who's doing all the controlling of the rally. It's Carolina Marin.
She's playing brilliant here
Yeah.
at the beginning of this first game.
Yeah. Well, this was Carolina Marin against Sung Ji Hyung in the semi-final yesterday, and an awful lot of those smashes going down her opponent's forehand side.
Almost nobody smashes.
Yeah.
But knowing Carolina, I was actually a little bit surprised that she had so many smashes down the left side, because that's not her sort of preferred attacking point.
Oh, yeah, she was off balance.
Service over, 3-9.
That was ambitious. Going for the cross-court smash when you're so out of position. It's landed in. Clearly in.
4-9.
Good follow-up.
Yeah.
Service over, 10-4.
As soon as she saw that Wang Shashian had let the shuttle drop in that deep forehand corner, she was looking for the net.
Service over. 5-10.
Oh, that was going out.
Yeah, it was. And
that's landed in.
good rally.
6-10.
Yeah, it was going way out. Yeah, good shot from Wang Shashian. That's good placement.
Play.
That's a good clear, like that. Just wide.
And now she's actually controlling the game, Wang Shashian. And a nice comeback. Being down 9-2.
Going wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8-10.
6 of the last 7 points now.
So she's just out getting a little bit of advice from Fernando Rivas. Yeah.
Ah, it's a clever smash. Then goes to the
Service
mid-game
over.
interval with the
11-8.
advantage.
Interval.
A 3-point advantage. A good fight back, as you say, from Wang Shashian.
And interesting that the smash was a back smash.
Yeah, I thought that too. Semi-final, only one smash towards her opponent's body. Do you understand Spanish? A little bit.
Not very much, but ataque rápido, I think I've got that covered. That's the quick attack. Instead of using a lot of power, just make a swift, quick movement with the racket.
Yeah, to start with, all her attacking shots were working beautifully.
Yeah, and to my taste, she's playing a little bit too much to the backcourt with Wang Shashian here in the last part of the first game. But I must also say that Wang Shashian has come back well, played some deceptive shots, good quality shots.
Oh, that's nice.
Service over. 9-11.
Now, when I see, you know, a couple of the rallies prior to the mid-game interval, and I see that rally, from Wang Shuxian. It makes me wonder, why on earth doesn't she try and command the rallies a little more in her matches, take the initiative? Because so often she's a reactive player rather than a proactive player.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably been her style since she was a junior.
Yeah.
And she's developed shots that are suitable for that.
Service
so
over.
I think they're in the process
12,
of sort
9.
of developing her technique.
Let's go wide.
Yeah.
13-9.
Usually so sharp at the net, Carolina Marin. Of course, attacking players needs to be sharp at the net in order to get the lifts.
It's going wide.
Yeah. I like that shot from Wang Shuxian, or actually the variation of shots that she's sort of demonstrated from the forehand side, because no doubt that Carolina Marin is putting pressure on that deep forehand corner. So for Shuxian, the idea is to have a lot of variation so that she doesn't get under too much pressure. There's too many clears to my taste for Marin. For Wang Shuxian, that's beautiful. I don't think Carolina can win the clear game against Wang Shuxian. I think she can play clear game, but only to sort of get variation in her game. She needs to play downwards. She doesn't have to attack all out all the time, but she could play downwards to the front court and be in control of the rally.
There's another body smash.
Yeah. And this is what
12-14.
What Carolina doesn't like. There's too many rallies, and that means that there's too many of her normally good shots that could go wrong.
Yeah, because in the early stages, I remember her playing one of those round-the-head cross-court angled shots that was played to perfection. Yeah, and it's interesting that you've picked up on this, Steen, because, you know, I think that Carolina Marin is probably one of the fittest players in the women's game. Yes. And so it almost doesn't make sense that she's not prepared to, or it's not suiting her to rally and rally and rally. The fact is that the psychology of her winners not being winners, or feeling that, you know, she's got to extend the rallies, is just not her natural style. No, it's not that she's not fit enough.
It's not a fitness problem. It's a movement problem. That's exactly in the corner. It's a movement problem that the longer the rally moves without Carolina being able to sort of take initiative, the worse she's out, so to speak. Because Wang Shuxian is a much more natural mover and much quicker on her feet than Carolina is. Carolina is still quick, but that's not her her biggest strength. Her biggest strength is a good attacking style and precise shots. But when she has to make too many of them, that becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Service over.
And now she's getting a little bit
15.
annoyed, and I don't think
Yeah.
there's any reason for that. She's leading 15-13. I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
She's still got the match under control, and she has this ability. She should sort of show Wang Xishan that she's ready to take whenever little small chance she's getting, because she can score points easy, and that's the thing that Wang Xishan hasn't the ability to do.
Service over.
Yeah.
16-13.
It's interesting, after you made that comment about Wang Xiaxian's movement and a better mover, I started watching both players' feet, and certainly Wang Xiaxian, she's so light on her feet,
Yeah.
almost balletic in her movement.
It's not necessarily correct badminton movements, but she's just so light-footed. I saw someone
17-13.
describing it as she was running on feathers.
Yeah.
Whereas Carolina's movement is more practice,
Yeah.
more the correct badminton movements, but due to hard practice.
Oh, that's super play from Wang
Service
Xiaxian.
over. 14-17.
Yeah, it's gone wide.
15-17.
The key for Marin is to not go from 50-50 shots to attempt winners. It's to go from 50-50 to being ahead 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, and then at 80% chance of winning the rally, making a winner. So there must be a lot of good shots in a row, and some of the shots are just not good enough.
Oh, dear me. Well, that was a golden opportunity.
17.
And that was halfway down the net. Must have completely mistimed it or something.
Yeah, she's not comfortable right now.
No.
Definitely not, and that's thanks to Wang Xishan. Lucky
Service
for
over.
Marin,
18-16.
lucky for Xishan, and Xishan can't afford to make too many of these mistakes because, as we discussed, she doesn't create winners as easily as Marin. I think this the way the game is going right now, it's more or less waiting to turn Wang Xishan's way unless something extraordinary happens, and there could of course be a couple of easy winners for Marin.
Oh, that's good. What a good rally.
I simply feel that she's playing too much to the deep forehand corner, and that it's been read by the Chinese player, and it's a little bit to her own disadvantage now. I think she should try to play much more control to the front court. She's been doing some really good attacking clears, very flat attacking clears to Wang Xishan's backhand side, so that's a possibility as well.
Service over.
That must not happen for Wang Zhishan.
17.
Clear that's so much out. That's terrible at this stage of the first game. Because she's about to win it, and she can't afford to sort of keep her opponent in it with these loose shots. But of course, that's her style. No.
Yeah, 2 unforced errors.
Game point.
Yeah.
17.
And if Marin gets this first game, then things start to look a little bit different.
Yeah.
And it's more easy to see that she could perhaps win one more game, even if she's a little bit tired. But
yeah,
if Wang Zhishan could take this one, it'd be really tough for the Spaniard to come back.
Well, it is game points for the Spaniard, for the world champion, but one's been well saved by Wang Zhishan.
18-20.
And she's using too much power here, outplaying herself. No problem at all in the defense for Wang Zhishan.
Yeah.
Same again.
Yeah.
Great shot. Great shot. Great shot, but I'm a little bit disappointed that she didn't cover it, Marin, because it's the only shot coming from Wang Zhishan when she's so much under pressure.
Yes, it's...
we never see a straight smash or anything.
No, it's desperation, cross-court shot.
Yeah.
That's her only way out of trouble. So 2 game points well saved. Another one remains, though, for Carolina Marin. Oh, would you believe it?
That's the small margins.
Yeah. The lucky net courts.
20.
Played from the back of the courts, Wang Zhishan, and she's back level. Well, Carolina Marin taking an awfully long time to get up. Look at that. Well, it's heartbreaking if you're an opponent. It's delightful if you're the one that's played it. 20 all.
Thank you.
Well, the body language, I think, is a little bit concerning from Carolina Marin. Okay. 3 game points have come and gone.
Good flick. I like that. Ended up badly.
Service over.
But I like the idea of doing something different
20.
when it's really close.
So a 4th opportunity for the world champion to close out this opening game.
Yeah,
It's gone wide.
Game.
It's a simple error on the return of
First
serve
game
from
won by
Wang
Carolina
Zhishan.
Marin. 22-20.
22-20 confirms our umpire. 28 minutes of play in the opening game to last year's beaten finalist Carolina Marin.
Pero cuanto más demuestres que estás cansada, mucho más te va a jugar así como estás jugando. ¿De acuerdo? Entonces, tenemos que alternar donde tenemos que irnos mucho más.
Yeah, having fought her way back, she'll be disappointed with that final rally. That was poor from her own very high standards.
Estoy contigo. Pero tienes que buscar las opciones con paciencia para ponerla lejos de red, no dejar que vaya de atrás adelante, manténla. Tienes que hacer 2 veces
Started off so strongly, Carolina Marin, using the fast, sharp, angled attacks. Yeah, that return of serve was poor from Wang Shouxian.
Solamente, ¿vale? C1, fondo de derecha.
And of course, everything in Sydney revolves around the harbour. Whole city built on the world's largest natural harbour. Yeah, that's one of the few things I'm not going to do in Sydney. Walk up to the top of the harbour bridge there, the view from the top. I don't like heights.
Carolina. Please
If you do, I should think it's a terrific
you
view.
can use the towel. Yeah. Second game. Love all. Play. One love. Service over. 1-all.
I'm just pondering the fact, Steen, that obviously we saw Wang Shouxian in the opening game very happy with the clearing game and playing to her opponents at the back of the court. The fact that if there is a drift in the hall today, and we've hardly noticed it at
Can we
all.
change the shuttle, please?
Oh,
Yeah, can we change the shuttle, please? Flash.
yeah. Lost in translation.
Yeah.
Somebody behind the court is using a flashlight. Wang Shouxian had not been interfering with the shuttle. I wonder if there is this drift that is going slightly faster towards that far end, whether it's going to affect Wang Shouxian and her use of the clearing game, whether she'll be forced to attack a little bit more.
It'll be interesting to see because actually I haven't been able to figure out whether there is a drift or not.
No.
I thought in the men's singles that the players on the near side here were holding a little bit back, but didn't seem like Carolina Marin was holding back on her clears in the first game. There was an indication.
3-1.
Good rally.
Yeah,
Yeah, forced
excellent play.
to play
4-1.
the high backhand.
And I think Carolina is, of course, putting a lot of pressure on the forehand of Wang Shouxian, but I actually think with the quality shots that she's got, she could just as easily put pressure on the backhand side. Where players that doesn't have the same power clear, I think it's definitely better to target Wang Shouxian's forehand side. For Marin, I don't think it makes so much of a difference when she's controlling the rally. But I definitely think shots to the mid-court area where Wang Shouxian has to sort of judge the speed herself, that would be beneficial for Marin. excellent drop shot from Wang Xishan. One from the
3-4.
mid-court area.
Yeah, it was tight to the net, wasn't it?
It's too short.
Well, it's good follow-up.
Service over. 5-3.
But I definitely see your point about the power play. Harder the attack from Carolina Marin, the more it comes on to the defence of Wang Shixian. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Service over.
It's hard to be precise on the power smashes, and this one it's really bad. Because it was just in the cross-court defense position for Wang Xishan.
Laughing at the little verbal exchange going on.
That's well played.
Yeah.
Service over. 6-4.
So the idea of still the forehand area as the target is to sort of play a bit more downwards, a bit more controlled downwards, and then be quick on the front court and push it to the forehand side. That would be another way of doing it, instead of doing it with the clears. Oh, that's a pity.
7-4.
Again, it's one of her favourite shots, though, isn't it? Wang Shixian, when she has to take it late on the backhand net, playing that cross-court net shot.
Four.
Another body smash.
Yeah. But she's got the Wang Xishan has got the body smash covered really well. And still we have none of these quick attacks that Fernando was talking about in the first interval. So if you only attack to the body, of course she doesn't only attack to the body, but if it's the same movement and the same speed as the straight smashes, it's a bit easier to cover. Good retrieval.
Great play from Wang Shixian.
6-8.
Must be very exasperating or frustrating for you coaches when you give an instruction to a player and for whatever reason the player doesn't implement that.
Yeah.
And it's not, I doubt if it's because Carolina Marin doesn't agree with her coach's suggestions. It's just sometimes in the heat of the rally, you just, you know, you instinctively, sometimes when you're tense, I remember I just want to hit the shuttle hard, and instead of thinking about, no, this is what I need to do. I need to play the angled shot.
It just seems like an impossible choice, because what if it goes wrong? So I choose the more safe shot, you know, might create some problems for me. And that's one of the important things for coaches, is actually sort of coaching possible strokes. It doesn't matter that a coach suggests a shot that you absolutely doesn't have the self-confidence of making.
Yeah. There's another body smash.
Yeah. Could also be that she doesn't want to get counter-attacked. This one was good.
Service over. 7,
That's something that she sort of achieves, that she's not counter-attacked on the body smashes.
Yeah.
Change.
Good retrieval again from Wang Shixin.
Yeah.
Just one long step and she's ready
Carolina.
again for the next shot.
Now, what's the umpire saying here? Going to have a word with Carolina Marin.
Yeah, I think it's the rule that you can't brush off your sweat with your palm. I don't know who invented that.
Yeah, I don't know what it achieves, but there we go.
Play.
Deflected by hitting the top of the tape, bouncing out.
10.
And a good rally for Xishan. And, I mean, if you play the same corner all the time, how are you going to make or put any pressure on your opponent? It's simply too easy, really.
Play.
Well, it's very similar, this second game, isn't it, to the first, when Carolina Marin was a long way up before the mid-game interval, and then Wang Shixin closing down the gap. Oh, it's perfect. Super shot from Wang Shixin.
10.
Can you hear any of that from
No, I couldn't
Fernando?
hear it. No, it's only something about más rápido. That means faster.
It's gone long. 10 all.
10 all.
Well, Marin wants the shuttle changed. Wang Shixin says no. The umpire agrees with Wang Shixin.
Service over. 11-10. Interval.
So a 1-point advantage here in the second game, having already taken the first, Carolina Marin.
parar de tener la esperanza a ver si falla. No, sigue metiendo presión, sigue llevando tu plan de juego. Ha habido 2 puntos que has ejecutado, 2 puntos que has esperado que tranquila. Sigue llevando tu plan de juego a cabo, ¿vale? A ver, te está poniendo el volante muy en el fondo, Carolina, entonces hay que tener un poquito más paciencia, toca tener paciencia, ¿de acuerdo? Toca tener paciencia, sigue metiendo presión, fondo de derecha es lo más importante, ¿de acuerdo?
11-10. Play.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that defensive shot that turned the momentum of the rally.
11-all.
And again, the speed of the smash was used against Marin.
Yeah.
I thought I heard Fernando Rivas say something about taking it easy.
Taking it easy. You mean emotionally or
I think
11.
style?
I couldn't understand it, but I sort of interpreted into take it a little bit easier in between the rallies and also perhaps in the rallies, because it's not like Wang Xishan is sort of firing smashes away or taking the net away from Marin. So there's no rush.
Yeah, good follow-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13,
And there was
11.
the smashes with not so much power, more steep.
Yeah,
And she's
exactly.
in balance
This one.
and she can follow up. Yes. And if you can get that kind of attack in her game, then Xishan is in trouble. And clearly,
Yeah. I don't think we've had a
14,
challenge in this
11.
women's singles yet, have we?
no.
No.
Yeah, that's what
Oh, I
caused.
think we might have a challenge here.
Service
No?
over.
No?
It's on line.
14.
No, I thought Carolina Marin was looking to me as if she was highly tempted. No, you're right, it wasn't. That would have been a waste.
So it's a fine line for Carolina Marin because she needs to move quick but still play with touch and delicacy.
That's going wide.
Yeah.
Oh, she's taken it.
Yeah.
Service over.
Yeah, I think we see a little bit more of that
15-12.
relaxedness.
Yeah.
That, hey, let's see if you can score a point on me. I don't have to always make all the good shots. You can try one.
Yeah.
And then it's up to Xishan because she was a little bit too too uncreative.
Too predictable.
Yeah, too predictable. She must try to chase Carolina around the court when she gets the chance to do it. That's the shot I like. No power
16,
into the
12.
midcourt. Let Wang Shishan judge the speed herself. You can see that she almost expected a hard smash there because it was almost falling off her racket.
Yeah, that was a better attacking shot.
That's well played.
Yeah.
She did some really good retrieval there, Wang Shishan. There was deceptions from Marin, but they don't seem to bite on the Chinese player.
16.
Stunning.
What a fantastic shot.
Service over.
Yeah. And this time, no
17,
verbal celebration.
13.
Oh, I spoke too soon.
There's just not so much battery left.
Yeah.
18.
She's got to score some
13.
points now, Wang Shishan.
Yeah. One suspects it may be a little too late because Carolina Marin just 3 points away from a
I think
third
this
Super Series title this year.
is the last chance.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah.
Service over. 14, 18.
There's another one on the forehand corner without any backswing. That was two in that rally from Wang Shishan. Just reaching up, no proper
15,
backswing of the
18.
racket and just clipping it down across court. Look at that.
That one.
Yeah. Well, you can't ever write this young lady off, can you? Wang Shishan.
No.
She's a great fighter on court. Oh, the lucky net cord
Service over.
from Carolina Marin.
19, 15.
Yeah, because she was trying to lift that shuttle. Two points away from the title.
That's one.
That's
Excellent.
wonderful. That's a wonderful smash. There's a challenge here from Carolina Marin, but I'm looking straight down that line, and that was, I thought, on the inside of the line rather than the outside of the line.
Yeah, there's no chance that this is going to be successful. But I think it's just to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful. Service over, 16-19. Carolina Marin, one challenge remaining. Play.
Yeah, well, the crowd
Play.
let us know exactly what they think about the way the shuttle was handed back there. Yeah, feeding off the power again.
Yeah, and she was lucky it was a little bit unprecise. Wang Shixuan.
Yeah, it's well left.
He's working really hard, Fernando. You can hear him almost all the time listening to.
Short. Oh, my goodness. Well, again, the way she hands the shuttle back,
18-19.
questionable. And that was a dreadful miss from the world champion. So 18-19. So she watches the shuttle go long
20, match point,
and earns
18.
herself 2 match point opportunities. Gone wide, and the world champion Carolina Marin goes one better than last year here in Sydney. Beaten finalist a year ago, here this year the champion. A 3rd Super Series title this year for Carolina Marin, the number 3 seed. 22-20. 21-18 in a match 2 minutes shy of the hour mark. Yeah, congratulations from her coach. Well, there was a hint of a little comeback from Wang Shixuan. Well, she may have lost today's final, Wang Shixuan, but I have to say that I'm delighted to see her back playing well again, because so far this year, prior to this event, hasn't really lived up to expectations. But their confirmation of the score, 22-20, 21-18 in 58 minutes. Third title in her fifth final this year from 6 tournaments played. Well, I think she will be challenging for world #1 status before too long. She's already #3 in the world. Has been as high as 2. Well, it was full of passion, this match. A moment of victory for Carolina Marin.
To the presentation ceremony for the women's singles. And please welcome the presentation party, Geraldine Brown, President of Badminton Australia and Oceania and Vice President of BWF. Helen Brownlee, Vice President of the Australian Olympic Committee and Chair of Women in Sports Commission for Oceania. The runner-up for the women's singles of the Star Australian Badminton Open 2015 from China, Wang Shuxian.
Well, for Wang Shuxian, her first final of the year, and that perhaps marks a return to form. Certainly today in the final, I thought it was an excellent final. Former world #1.
And the champion for the women's singles of the Star Australian Badminton Open 2015 from Spain, Carolina Marin.
Carolina Marin, a third title of the year, a third Super Series title of the year. Adds the Star Australian Open to the All England and the Malaysian Super Series earlier in the year.
Please give it up for the players once again.
Well, her year's just getting better and better. Carolina Marin, I thought she started the year well, but my goodness, how she's maintaining that so far. the Festival of Light and Music is on in Sydney at the moment, and it is really quite spectacular, isn't it? Lights on the Opera House and down that circular quay. It's amazing how they do that.